Have you ever wanted to go on a virtual road trip to buy yarn? Well, today we're going to go to the province of Ontario and see what kind of hand dyers they have to offer us. Come along. Hi, my name is Diane and this is My Pink Bathtub Knits. Welcome. Welcome if you're new and welcome if you are a returning subscriber. It's nice to see you. Today we are going to head over to Ontario, Canada in my Canadian Yarn Trip Road series. Now for those of you that are new, I have been buying yarn from across Canada this year. I started in the West Coast in BC and have trickled through up to Ontario for the month of May. And I've been purchasing hand-dyed yarn from vendors that I've never bought from before. Also highlighting some of the yarn that I have bought previously from those provinces. Last month I did my home province, which is in Manitoba, smack dab in the middle of Canada. And I did a separate special episode for that. So I thought I would do it for Ontario yarn as well. If you're interested in seeing yarn from British Columbia, Alberta, or Saskatchewan, or even the Yukon, you'll have to go back and look at my earlier episodes starting in January because I just inserted the road trip in regular episodes. But going forward, we're going to do the entire province or area at one time. Ontario. I'm going to be full up honest with you guys. There's no way I could purchase yarn from every single hand dyer in Ontario. There was just too many to choose from. But I have a few that I want to share with you that I already purchased from. And then we're going to look at the new products that I bought. So let's buckle up, get in the car, and go to Ontario. Did you know that Canada is the second largest country in the world? And within Canada, Ontario is the second largest province. Canada's a big place, it is. There's this running joke that people always seem to say from people that are not Canadian. Oh, you're from Canada? Do you know Bob in Toronto? Well, I don't know Bob in Toronto. I wish I did. My very first hand-dyed yarn I ever purchased was from a company called Aberdeen's Wool Company. Now, if you have been a friend of my channel for any amount of time, you know I am a lover of Aberdeen's wool. They have Tangled Poets as their hand-dyed yarn line, dyed from deer heather. Heather is going through a health crisis right now, and I'm sending you all my love, Heather. They are also famous for their pickle jar, which has minis in it, and they have incredible, amazing mystery bags, where if you're super duper lucky, you may at some time get a hand-dyed option in your mystery bag as well. They are based out of Fenelon Falls, Ontario. They are a must shop if you've never been there. Check them out. This is one of my all-time favorites. This is a braid of theirs. Now, this has 550 yards altogether. Each one is 110 yards. A beautiful combination of color. They also have a holiday box. I haven't seen anything yet happening with that because of Heather's health. I'm hoping they'll still put it out. But I highly encourage that you go check them out. They have reasonable shipping rates. They are a small woman-ran business. I can't say enough good things about them. They're definitely one of my favorite hand dyers in Canada. Another company from Ontario is Cujo. Cujo is Koigu. Cujo's a dog, right? Cujo's like a human-eating dog, right? I've had too much coffee today. Koigu out of Chatsworth, Ontario is also I believe, a woman-ran business, and they are on a farm, a company, a family-owned. I can't talk. They are a family-owned business. They usually do their hanks in 50 grams. So half of what you normally would get from a fingering weight, 175 yards. And they have beautiful, beautiful colors, as you can see. I'm going to show you the full range of what I bought because I had purchased their mystery bags a few times and they are a super duper great deal. They also have other yarn always on sale at different times, so I highly encourage you go check out their website. I'm going to link all the websites and Instagram accounts for everyone that I'm talking about today below, so please indulge. They have mystery bags with 5 KPM or KPPPM yarns, which are fingering weight, for $45. It is a great option for you to buy if you want to try out their yarn and if you're interested in collecting different colorways. It's beautiful. I have gifted a few of them to my friends in the past, and I will probably continue to do so, but I would highly encourage you checking them out because they have beautiful, beautiful premium hand-dyed yarn. Another company I would like to share with you that I've already received yarn from before we get to our new yarn is the Spinning Spider. Now, her name is Carrie. She is based out of Cambridge, Ontario. I believe currently her shop may be closed. I received 2 hanks of her yarn in my Cambridge Fibres Advent box when I did my yarn vent. And look at, first of all, this beautiful, these are handmade labels that she does individually on each one. And I received these 2 colorways from her. I mean, if this is not me, I don't know what is me. This one is called Gothic, fingering weight, 410 yards. This one is called Retro, which is super fun, and I see a pair of socks in my future with this one. So those are the Ontario yarns that I've already bought from. Let's get to some of the new yarns that I've never bought from before for my Canadian yarn series. Now, this first one, I know this is going to sound silly, but I was really attracted to the logo of Feisty Fibres. And Feisty Fibres is based out of Toronto, Ontario. So they might know Bob. They might know Bob from Toronto. I loved the colorways. There was this one colorway called Spite, and I had to have it. I had to have it. So I decided to buy a mini set in their fingering weight yarn. I just love this. I just love this. This is going to get incorporated somehow into a sweater. Dyed in Toronto. Isn't that beautiful? And this is so clever. She sent little samples of the different bases that she has. Isn't this like the smartest idea ever? I really feel that more hand dyers should pick up this sort of thing and send little samples of their yarn. I mean, she's got details about the type of yarn. So just be able to touch it and squeeze it and feel it is just an amazing opportunity for people who are new to their company to possibly buy their yarn, and in different colors too. I just love it, especially the logo. Another company that I bought from that I have never purchased from before is based out of Holland Centre, Ontario. Now, I'm not sure where Holland Centre is, and it is Rhichard. I'm not going to say your last name right. I apologize. think I failed French in school. Rhichard.com is the name of the website. This color is called Black Ice, and this is my color of choice. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. This is 80% merino, 20% nylon. It is a fingering weight sock yarn, 430 yards, 110 grams, and it is superwashed. He has his own website. I've linked him below. I've seen his work before. Rhichard is just beautiful, and I highly, highly recommend him. Have you ever bought yarn from a company before and the yarn has shown up not like the color that was on their listing? Sometimes it's a nicer option. Sometimes it's a little more of a muted option, or it just doesn't turn out what you thought. Well, I did have this experience with this next company, and I'm not saying it's bad because I really do like the color, but I think it was my first time getting yarn that I didn't see the exact color with the listing photo. This is from Green Button Jar yarn, the Green Button Jar from Windsor, Ontario. And as I said, I really do like the color. Now here is the original listing photo. I really liked some of that punch of that really rust. This color is called Tortoise Shell, and here is the color. So again, it's beautiful. It definitely has the colors in it. It just kind of, to me, comes across a bit lighter. I did buy two. I've really been getting into browns and rusts and stuff lately as well. This is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 455 yards in 115 grams. I do appreciate the higher weights, things that are more than 100 grams. It does feel, I'm going to say, absolutely amazing. And I am not disappointed at all. This was flat rate shipped, I believe. I mean, some of this stuff I bought back in January, so I don't really remember, but quite lovely. You can find her on Etsy, the Green Button Jar. Look at this. This is a packaging that I received my next order in, and it was actually sewn with a sewing machine with pieces. I'm not going to really show you. I guess I can show you a bit. Very cutely packaged, which makes things very exciting to open. Now, this is someone that I kind of stumbled across on Etsy and found the pricing incredibly reasonable. So much so that I had to do it. And the packaging, as I said, is just amazing, and a very affordable yarn out of Mississauga, Ontario. And the name of the company is Nikki Slip. Now that is the name of the dyer. And I bought two different packages. And I just got this yesterday, so I excuse the crinkling because I have not opened it yet, but it is packaged just beautifully. The first one I got was their mini hand-dyed gradient yarn set. And you could get this anywhere from a DK to a worsted weight. Look at the colors. They're just vibrant. This colorway is called Floating on the Lake. And it is DK weight. I decided to get some DK weight minis. Now these are 10 grams only, so they're 20 yards per skein. So there's 6 of them, so you're getting 120 yards. Look at my math skills. 100% superwash merino wool. And the packaging is just out of this world. So I'm going to open this up because I have not opened it to give it a good feel. Look at the colors. They're just gorgeous. Now, this would be great if you were doing a little bit of color work. I think it would look really great in a hat if you did it just even with a cream or a neutral color. So I really enjoyed this. This was $17 Canadian. I mean, they also had it in a fingering weight. I think they were $18. There was a whole bunch of different bases that you could choose from. The other one I got, she has oopsie sets and has photos and clearly states on the photos why it's considered an oopsie, I guess with her line of coloring. Now she has so many colors to choose from. Unbelievable. This oopsie set I bought in a fingering weight yarn. And again, you get 10 grams per mini. And because it's fingering weight, it's anywhere between 30 and 35 yards per skein. Again, you get 6 of them. And it's 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. And the oopsie, this colorway is called Arriving at the Conclusion. And it said right on it that it was darker than average. So that is why it was discounted. It was $12 Canadian. $12. Unbelievable. I just love the colors. I just love her colors. They're just so amazing. So we're going to open this one up. Oh, it's nice. Look at that. Just gorgeous. She also had undyed yarn that you could buy as well. If you are into dyeing yarn, this might be a good option for you to try it, some of the bases at a reasonable price. I also got this cute little package. It's always fun when a hand dyer sends you something a little extra like soak or any sort of little add-on is always a good time. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. There's a whole bunch of little goodies in here. Thanks so much, Diane. Hope you love the minis, even the oops. Happy crafting, Nikki. Little stickers. I think this is a Band-Aid. Yeah, she sent me a Band-Aid. Very cute little button thing. And some, you know, little stitch markers and what have you. So what a lovely little surprise. Incredibly reasonable, flat rate shipped. You know, for $30, I felt I got really good value and I would definitely check her out again. So thank you, Nikki. Another thing I ended up doing, because it was in Ontario, I bought myself a project bag. I mean, I was online minding my own business and this popped up. Friends, I had to have that. I had to. This is from a company. It just says Ontario on Etsy. I don't know exactly where they're from, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to come over or nothing. The company name is Fancy Cuts. And she's honestly done very well on Etsy. She's got quite a few sales. It was packaged beautifully. Look at the packaging. Very cute. Her name is Marianne. I just found her recently on Instagram, and we've been liking each other's photos and what have you. Oh my goodness. Look at the bag I bought. It is just too cute not to buy. Let's put some stuff in it and see how it looks with stuff in it. Look at how cute it is. For those of you that don't know, we have some foxes on our property. We live on a small acreage. Sadly, I have not seen them yet this year, but I've been keeping my eyes out at dawn and dusk for them because that's usually when they come around. We haven't seen them on our outdoor cameras at all either, so I'm kind of hoping that they will come back. It's got this little extra, I don't know what this short piece is actually used for. I guess you could just hold it like that. Not a bag professional. But I just loved the look of the bag itself. Inside the bag, we've got a little thing to put keys on. We've got a couple of pockets. It's beautifully made, reasonably priced, flat rate shipping again. And I mean, it has foxes on it. What more could a girl ask for? So Fancy Cuts, Marianne, go and check her out. I'll leave her Etsy shop below. I've been on YouTube almost a year now, and I've met some incredible people, including some incredible people from Ontario. And yesterday I received a lovely gift in the mail from my friend Judy from Judy's Creations and Crochet, a Just Because gift. And Judy lives in Ontario, so I'm including her in this episode. Now, the yarn she sent me is not hand-dyed from Ontario, but the giver of this yarn is from the province, so I just thought I would share it because it was a lovely, lovely surprise that I was not expecting. I'm not going to read her handwritten note, but of course it has a cat on it because Judy has cats. And it was, like I said, just a lovely, lovely surprise of her saying that she's thinking of me. Whenever I get yarn, say in a mystery bag or things like that, I don't know if you're like me, but often I see yarn and I think of a friend whose colorway is that yarn. And earlier in the year, I had sent something to Judy because, I mean, it was meant to be for Judy. It was totally Judy's colors. It was a Just Because gift. And now the lovely lady Judy has sent me something back. And she did say in her note that she was sending it my way because it had my name all over it. And this is what she sent me. It's gray with, of course, I love speckles. And this is so incredibly beautifully soft. This is from Arkansas Yarn. And she was in a sock club before, a subscription club. This is called Slap a Bow on It. I had a hard time reading that. Slap a Bow on It. Just gorgeous. And yes, my friend, this is totally my colorway, and thank you. It is made with their Yummy Plush, which is 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon, 437 yards, 100 grams. It is just beautiful, and thank you so much for thinking of me. Judy has a great packaging going on, and of course I ripped open the package, but it looks like this. It has her logo, and these little bags are amazing. So I haven't opened this little bag yet to see what's in it. And so let's just share it with you. Ooh. So I got some soak wash from Judy. Aw, some really cute llama stickers. Looks like a little apple. Always need these guys because they always go down my couch. And oh my gosh, Judy, a fridge magnet. Now, my friend Kathy W, Yarn with Heart, had bought one of Judy's, I guess like a mystery bag that Judy was selling recently. I had to restrain myself and not buy it because May is my month of yarn dieting. Stop laughing. I'm not buying any yarn this month. I'm not. And I've been doing very good so far. But when I saw Kathy open hers on her channel, please go and check her out. She had one of these fridge magnets, and I'm like, I want Judy's fridge magnet. So thank you, Judy. I'm hoping it's going to stick because we have one of those stainless steel fridges, but it's stuck. Where? So thank you so much for thinking of me, and thank you for watching this episode of Canadian Yarn from Ontario. I know I've just scratched the surface, but I'm curious what kind of yarn you've bought from Ontario that I didn't feature and what I should maybe look into in the future. Again, so many yarn options in Ontario. There's absolutely no way I could partake in all of them. But the good thing is that there's going to be a lot of new opportunities in the future to buy different yarn from people I didn't know. Have a great day. Be kind. Smile. And we'll see you when we see you. Bye for now.